Dive into this contest here on this early Saturday afternoon. It is a good one. We've got our defending state champions in Delaware Military Academy. We were talking before we went on the air. 2 out of the last 3 championships have gone to Coach Aaron Lewis and those Seahawks, and they've got a team now that's pretty good on the other side, coming in ranked number 7 in our rankings early in the season, and that's William Penn High School. Going to be a good one. These teams know each other very well.
Yeah, they do. A lot of these players play together off-season on travel ball teams, Nick. So, yes, they do know each other very well. And Aaron Lewis, who you mentioned, 2 of the last 3 state championships, and he was the DSBA Coach of the Year when we just had our banquet back in February. Well-deserved for him. He's done a great job here with the Seahawks. They're 3-0. They have wins over Conrad, who is a very good program. That was a 9-3 score, 9-1 over Newark Charter, and then they beat Dover earlier this week by a score of 7-2. They're led by their outfielder, John Alloy. He leads the team with a .444 average. 2 other players batting over .400. Shortstop Sammy Diaz-Martinez, along with catcher Sawyer Mezzatesta. Those guys lead this team. They're very solid. They're a very good ball club, and, of course, they are the defending state champs. And we turn our view over to the William Penn Colonials, the home team here today, ranked number 7 in our latest poll. They're 4-0 under head coach Kyle Hitchens. They won state titles way back in 77, 78, 91, and the last one came in 2006. They have 4 wins over Del Castle, St. George's, Mount Pleasant, and Newark Charter. Combined scores 51-13 in those 4 games. They can score some runs. They're led by Noah Courier, hitting .571, 500 average from Michael Baker, a .538 average from Sean Roy, and a .500 batting average Hassan Turner. 4 players hitting over .500 early in the season.
Oh, this is going to be a fun one. 2 teams in the top 7 going at it here early in our spring baseball season. Of course, coming up just around the corner here at William Penn High School, and as I mentioned, on a windy early Saturday afternoon. But, Glenn, let's take a look at our top 10 rankings and kind of jump through it here. We're early in the season, and people hopefully have had a chance to get over to DelawareLiveSports.com and check it out. But a lot of those teams in the top 10 having some contests earlier this week, and we'll see how it shakes out. But some shifting going on with our top 10 coming up this week.
Well, you mentioned it being windy. I would say more blustery. It's going to be interesting today with anything hit up in the air. But the weather has wreaked havoc with the early season schedule, as it usually does here in the first state. But it's disproportionate, Nick, because some of the downstate teams have played twice as many games as the teams upstate. And we have, of course, DMA here, ranked number 1, a 3-0 record. They will play tomorrow at Canby at 2 o'clock against St. E's. Number 2, Cape Henlopen, has played 8 games already. They're undefeated. They had a nice win over Caravel earlier this week, 4-1. They will host Conrad today. Number 3 is the Caravel Buccaneers. They're 3-1. They're down in Laurel today to face the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are 2-2. Number 4, Sussex Central, another team downstate that's played 8 games. They're undefeated. Had a big win over Salesianum last Saturday, 15-2. And then they won earlier this week over Lake Forest, 18-2. Wow. Number 5, the St. Mark Spartans, 5-0. They're playing at Archmere at noon. And then they've got a doubleheader today, but at 2 different sites.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the week when we were at Frawley. We were like, the Spartans got a doubleheader this weekend. Good luck to St. Mark's today.
They play at Hodson, or play home against Hodson at 4 o'clock. Number 6, Sussex Tech, 5-1. They host Kent Island, Maryland today. The William Penn Colonials coming in at 4-0. They're number 7 in our ball game today. Number 8, Brandywine, undefeated, 6-0. They take on Mount Pleasant today at Frawley, 3 o'clock start. Number 9, Sanford at 6-1. They've played a pretty good schedule, gotten 7 games in. And then number 10, Delmar, who we might see drop out of the top 10 when Nick Halliday posts our new rankings Monday. They started out the year, Nick, 4-0. They had a 1-run loss to number 5, St. Mark's. Then they lost to number 6, Sussex Tech. And they lost to Cesar Rodney earlier this week, now 4-3. That's our top 10.
Yeah, tough stretch for Delmar, but you've seen, again, a lot of talent in that top 10 for this year, and maybe some teams you're used to seeing in there just hovering outside. And we'll have a few teams coming up a little bit later on tonight here on Delaware Live Sports. Some Frawley action in the nightcap. So you can get 2 from us here on Delaware Live today. Glenn and I will be with you here for the matinee, and then Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, I believe, will take you home tonight at Frawley Stadium. So we're about set to get underway. The Colonials have taken the field. They are the home team today, as Glenn alluded to. And on the mound today, Glenn, is going to be number 7, John Grabowski. He'll take the hill for the Colonials in this one, wearing that number 7 in white. William Penn, they're in the all-white jerseys with the black numbers and letters. DMA, me and Glenn were talking before the game. I'm not sure if the pinstripes are new or not, but they're looking spiffy over there for Delaware Military Academy. Of course, as Glenn mentioned, 2 of the last 3 championships coming to the Seahawks, so they'll be ready to head to the plate to kick things off here in inning number 1. But as I mentioned, John Grabowski going to be on the hill today for William Penn, and Tyler Leach, someone who've had a chance to check out in the past couple years for DMA.
Grabowski has 2 wins on the year. He got the win in the victory over St. George's Tech and over Mount Pleasant. Last time out, it was Newark Charter with a 6-0 win for William Penn. Justin Widener picked up the win with 11 strikeouts in that game. Grabowski has started 3 of the 4 ball games, and he was in on a combined no-hitter with Sean Roy and Justin Widener against Del Castle. So Grabowski off to a good start. Both teams off to a great start, and both are undefeated. I tell you what, we've got to be alert on any overthrow from the left side of the infield today.
We are about set and ready to get underway, and we are going to have head on a swivel, as it's going to be DMA up to the plate first, and it's going to be the right fielder, Charlie Porter, and the first ball is going to be lifted in the air, high into left center field, back on it, and that ball might have been hauled in, and I think it was. It was Hassan Turner who made his way all the way into deep left center, collides with Michael Paoli, but able to come up with it for out number 1. How about usually with a lack of communication there can be some errors, but those two hit each other and still able to bring it in.
Oh, my, great catch and concentration by the center fielder Turner to haul that in. I'm surprised that ball didn't blow more back towards the infield, but Porter, he really got into that one. That was a great smoke, and I'll tell you what, on a day not windy like today, that might have been out.
1 pitch, 1 out for the Colonials, so efficient here through 1 in inning number 1. So for Delaware Military Academy, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Dylan Del Colo. And Dylan Del Colo going to ground this one on the ground to third. Courier has it, the throw to first, couldn't be scooped over there by Baker. A tough throw, and Del Colo on his way to second. So he'll have an extra bag, so 2 pitches, both contact and out, and now a runner in scoring position already for DMA.
Now, we're not the official scorers, but how would you score that one, my friend? Would that, I think, maybe an E5 on the throw?
I think so. That's
okay.
How I would do it.
And then he takes second on the overthrow. So Del Colo in scoring position for Sammy Diaz-Martinez, the shortstop. Good batting average coming in.
He is dangerous. Really got himself known last year as part of that championship run, the young shortstop for the Seahawks, and now going to bat here in the 3rd position this year for DMA. The evolution of his game, of course, has been something fun to watch, and now here he is for DMA, 1 away and a runner in scoring position. Fouls this one off and back.
Way away from us. Got to keep an eye on those today.
Should have brought our glove over here.
I got one in the car. Should have brought it over. So how about the first 2 batters for DMA jump on the first pitches in the count and putting the ball in play, but now 4 pitches so far, the pitch count for Grabowski.
And here's the next pitch, hit on the ground to shortstop. And the play is made over there by Widener for out number 2. So Grabowski letting his defense help him out here a little bit in the first inning as DMA's made contact. Defense has made a few plays and unable to make another, but here they are, 2 outs and the runner out third for DMA, and that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter and the guy on the mound today for the Seahawks, Tyler Leach.
Leach comes in batting .364, Nick, and he takes a called strike.
That pitch to Leach misses outside. So DMA trying to get on the board here first. As Del Colo reached on the air, Leach now going to lift this one in.
Ten bungee cords, and we've used a half a roll of duct tape to keep the paperwork down here. Tyler Leach ready to go here at bottom of the first.
And here is the lefty. He will wind and deliver as Turner fouls it back. Hassan Turner, 2 of the 3 outs coming his way in that top half of the first inning. The collision with him and Paoli in left center that he was able to haul in, and then making the final out on the deep ball from Tyler Leach in center field.
Also batting .500 in the leadoff spot.
Good pitch from Leach. Got him swinging through that one for strike 2.
Boy, the bottom fell out of that pitch. Great pitch by Leach.
And the DMA pitching staff the last couple of years has been absolutely fantastic. That whole rotation, and now Leach a chance to step in as one of the premier guys as he gets Turner swing for the first strikeout here in the bottom of the first inning and out number 1.
That'll bring up Sean Roy, the second baseman, Nick, and he has a very good batting average as well. He comes in hitting at .538. He's your second baseman.
So 1 up, 1 down for DMA here in the bottom of the first inning. And as Glenn mentioned, here's Roy, the lefty, will step in. Lefty on lefty, first pitch from Leach. I believe just misses, maybe a little bit in and up.
Looked like a breaking ball out of Leach. He works very quickly.
And swinging through for strike 2 that time. Leach looking to get into a little bit of a groove here early in this one, looking for back-to-back strikeouts. And I believe here's the 1-1.
A little high, I guess.
A little up there. 2-1 now, the count here to Roy.
Roy showing some good patience at the plate.
The pitch. And that's in there, looking for strike number 2. So 2-2 the count here to Sean Roy, 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. A 0-0 ball game between DMA and William Penn. The 2-2 pitch from Tyler Leach. It's a breaking ball, and it falls right into the strike zone for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Leach, and 2 away here for the Seahawks.
That brings up his counterpart, John Grabowski, the pitcher, who comes in hitting at a .231 clip out of the 3-hole. We expected a lot of offense today with these gaudy batting averages and the runs scored, but I tell you what, we might see a pitcher's duel today.
And Leach right back to it. Strike 1 to start off the at-bat here against Grabowski. Grabowski, Glenn, as we talked about, an efficient first inning for him. Defense helping him out, putting the ball in play. Leach, he's using the strikeout here in the bottom of the first as that one skips in 1-1 to Grabowski.
Of course, as we look around the athletic complex here at William Penn High School, they passed the referendum recently, so we're going to see all new facilities at William Penn High School. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, well-deserved here for the Colonials. Much needed as that pitch from Leach comes in a bit high again.
I'm hearing if you people watching our live stream are familiar with the complex here, well, right after this pitch, I'll finish my comment.
The 2-2. Comes in high to Grabowski, and according to me, Glenn, it's a full count 3-2. Is that correct?
I have 3-1.
3-1.
3-1, but the
That's
new
why
football,
I asked you.
yeah, the new football stadium will be between the high school and the church that's down on the corner.
3-2 now as Grabowski took that pitch right down the middle. So 3-2 to Grabowski with 2 away in the bottom of the first inning. You can't wait for that. That's going to be fantastic.
Nick Howday already put in the word to have a press box for the baseball field.
We'd appreciate it. This one's hit hard on the ground. That's going to get through the 5-6 hole and into left field. And a base knock for Grabowski. First hit of the game for the Colonials, and now a 2-out base runner for William Penn.
Yeah, first hit of the ball game, really, as you and I scored a Del Carlos at bat, an error on a throwing error on the third baseman. So both teams with a base runner, and that brings up Baker, the first baseman. He has a gaudy batting average of .500.
First pitch to him, misses for ball 1.
That curveball was outside and low. Another lefty on lefty.
So Leach will check Grabowski over at first, and now here's the pitch. It's in there, I believe, on the corner, 1-1.
And Nick, William Penn doesn't really run a lot. They have 5 stolen bases in 4 ball games, so they don't really run a lot with the stolen bases. There's a pickoff attempt.
Nice job over there by Roberts to haul it in.
Yeah, and to protect us.
Exactly. That's a good point. He better be ready.
Yes.
As again, Baker in with 2 outs and a runner on. Will swing through that pitch.
Boy, that was a hefty cut that time.
Aiming for the fences.
It'll take a poke today to hit one out of this stadium, the way the wind's blowing.
At Mel Gardner Baseball Field here at William Penn. Leach once again going to keep Grabowski close over here at first.
Good idea. As we mentioned, they don't run a whole lot. I think the leading stolen base player with 3 of them is Sean Roy for William Penn.
Breaking ball again for Leach. This one low.
Sean Roy was the second out of the inning. He got caught looking.
Leach fires, swings through for strike 3, and a big inning for Tyler Leach. 3 strikeouts, and we're going to head to the second scoreless here at William Penn High School. 0 William Penn, 0 DMA. A battle of top 7 teams. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports. And welcome back into Delaware Live Sports. To inning number 2 we go. Nick Allison, Drini Glenn Frazier, and Nick Halliday. As DMA and William Penn going at it, it's going to be the catcher, Sawyer Mezzatesta, to lead things off here as Grabowski back out onto the hill. And I believe Glenn 2-0 to start this at bat.
Yeah, both pitches a little bit low to Mezzatesta, who comes in hitting a .417 clip.
Grabowski blows that one by for the first strike of the at bat. So the 2-1 pitch, Mezzatesta lifts straight up into the air as Widener trying to track it down in shallow left, and that's going to get down. We talked a little bit about the wind, and that's going to make it tough on some of these guys here on these high pop-ups and fly balls.
Wow, lead-off base runner here is Mezzatesta. That's probably the best thing to do today, better than a bunt. Just hit a pop-up somewhere, and it'll be a tester. That brings up the DH, Aloy, who's batting .444, leads the team in batting.
And we'll have a pinch runner here as well for Mezzatesta. Let him get back and start to get that catcher's gear on already here. And the pinch runner will be Emmett Robinson, the freshman for the Seahawks.
As Nick Halliday's back up on our platform, operating camera. We asked him between innings, how's it up there? And he says it's windier than, and we can't say the rest of it.
I'm not sure if we even heard him through all the wind. As the first pitch is in there for a strike to Aloy. So Grabowski, at least this inning, starting to get ahead of some of these hitters. Here he is 0-1 to Aloy. He'll check over.
With these pitchers having the wind at their back, does that help the fastball even more?
It might give him 5 extra miles per hour as that one is in there. Well, 1-1 the count. Here to Jack Aloy.
Robinson has a pretty good lead.
Aloy got a hold of this one, going to send it in the air to center, but Turner positioned perfectly. Shaded to the right side of center field, hauls in the line drive.
Turner getting a lot of work here early in this ball game. Line drive's a little bit easier to handle in this blustery conditions than a pop-up.
Yeah, that's true. Turner getting some work out in center field in the first couple innings here for William Penn defensively. And that's going to bring up Ethan McDonald, the left fielder, with a runner on and one away. First pitch to him through the wind is a little bit down and away for ball 1.
McDonald comes in with a .286 batting average in DMA's first 3 games. As I mentioned, DMA ranked number 1. They've played 3 games. Number 2, Cape Henlopen, have played 8 times.
This one fouled off up in behind us in the batting cage. So 1-1 the count here to Ethan McDonald.
I'm ready today. I'm ready for one to come over here. I might break a finger, but
hopefully we can get into the warm part of spring here soon. We all know this early part of spring can be tough for everyone, even the players especially here. And
nice.
How about the off-speed pitch? Fooled him, and it falls in for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch. I think I saw the long-range forecast, so after today, we start hitting the 70s all next week.
Best news I've heard all week, Glenn. Thank you for telling me that. Here's the pitch. Able to stay alive as McDonald fouls off another one. So count remains 1-2 McDonald with 1 out and a runner on.
On deck is the third baseman, Nate Golden, who has a 167 batting average coming in today.
Golden, a heck of a year last year as well for DMA, a starter, I believe, played in the infield, first and third base for the Seahawks during that championship run. Here's the 1-2 to McDonald. Breaking ball is in there for a strike as Emmett takes off. Emmett slides in there safe. To the displeasure, or to the displeasure of Sean Roy. He thought he got the tag in.
Yeah.
But the strikeout is good for the second out of the inning.
Nick, I was watching Robinson take off. Was that a swinging strikeout, or did he watch that one?
He watched that one.
Okay. The backwards K.
The backwards K for Grabowski. But Emmett moves into scoring position now for Nate Golden, who's at third base today. As Glenn mentioned, batting, I believe, 167
yep.
so far this year. And one of the members of this team that has 2 championships here for the Seahawks there in the last 3 years, and the success that they've had here recently. The pitch from Grabowski is in there.
On deck, the number 9 hitter, the center fielder, Pankowski. And then they'll turn the lineup over. Can they do it this inning, the Seahawks?
Emmett at second, poking it foul that time was Golden.
Got a lot of Seahawks in action today. We're calling this game here with DMA, and my granddaughter plays for the UNCW Seahawks, who are playing today at North Carolina A&T.
The Aggies, one of the new members of that CAA conference. And UNCW, we have to say, Glenn, congratulations. She took home one of the most prestigious awards there is in all of the conference. That scholarship, I mean, that is just a phenomenal accolade. So we all want to say congratulations. And, of course, if you, as we have that one, a swing and a strikeout, it'll be capped off by the throw by Colby Gilbert. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back as, again, DMA strands one in scoring position for the second consecutive inning. We're heading to the bottom of the second, 0-0. And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports to the bottom of the second inning as the Colonials will step up to the plate. DMA back into the field. Tyler Leach on the hill, and it's going to start with Widener here for William Penn.
Yeah, the shortstop comes in batting .286, Nick, the number 5-hole hitter.
And swings through that one for a strike.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to check, but he had committed. Are you want to go back to that award, the student athlete, female student athlete of the year?
I'm telling you, Glenn, when I saw that, I was like, wow, unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's just such a rare as that one falls in for strike 2. Looking for Widener, but again, such an important, I mean, arguably the biggest award in the conference. So congratulations, and that is some accolade.
Yeah, the family entirely proud of Taylor.
As that
Just
one misses.
Yep, 2-2 count. Yeah, I mean, we know how good she is on the field. She's in the top 10 in like 5 offensive categories all time in school history, but she's doing it in the classroom.
As this one's hit on the ground to second base.
Bobbled.
Del Colo had it, bobbled it for a second, but still able to make the throw and get the out for the first here in the bottom of the second.
Good patience by the second baseman there for DMA, Del Colo. Hit him right high in the glove. Looked like it hopped on him, hit him in the heel, but he stayed with it to get the out. But yeah, you're doing it in the classroom and then also in the community with her volunteer work. We're so proud of her.
Yeah, an unbelievable job. And congratulations, and obviously good luck for the rest of this spring season coming up there in the CAA. Softball is getting a lot better in that conference here in the last couple years, as that one should be a strike. I believe he went, and he did.
Yeah, 1-1 count on the catcher. Gilbert comes in batting .364, Nick.
Leach, the lefty winds and fires the 1-1 up high.
Talk about the CAA, I'll tell you, Delaware is going to be sorely missed in the conference, at least on the softball side.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get the travel vouchers and allotments built up for the conference they're going to.
That's right. We just heard this one is swung through for a strike 2. That'll even things up here at 2-2 for the catcher, Colby Gilbert, and the men's soccer team just announcing that they'll be playing in a new specific league that'll limit the travel a little bit for them. Breaking ball for strike 3, and Leach with 4 strikeouts through the first 6 hitters of this ball game.
Oh, that was a wicked breaking ball right there. And that brings up the designated hitter, Figueroa Colon, who comes in batting .250 for head coach Kyle Hitchens.
P.J. Wilson rating on deck here. First pitch from Leach is once again swung on and missed for the first strike. Another lefty here in Figueroa Colon.
Leach has done a really good job so far in this game mixing up his pitches with the fastball and the off speed.
The 0-1 delivering here to Cologne, got a piece of it, so 0-2 quickly to the catcher. And obviously Tyler August moving on after a heck of a career here at DMA, and he's off to a heck of a start for the Delaware Blue Hens here in his freshman season. And of course, DMA, though, able to reload that rotation right back up, as we can see once again this year. Leach, now one of those leading guys. That curveball maybe got a piece of that, or in the dirt.
He must have. I didn't see an appeal. Now they appeal. Okay.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. There it is. So 1-2 the count here to the catcher, Christian Figueroa Colon. 1-2 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. And got him looking as Tyler Leach continues to put on a clinic through 2 here today. Another strikeout for Leach. Give him 5 of the first 7, and we're heading to the third inning. 0-0 between number 7 William Penn and number 1 DMA. A good one on a windy Saturday afternoon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools.
And welcome back to William Penn. Nick Allison, Trini Glenn Frazier, and Nick Halliday on hand here, right down the first base sign at William Penn High School at, of course, Mel Gardner Baseball Field. 0-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. It will be the center fielder, James Pankowski, starting things off for DMA. Got a piece of that one right into the glove of Gilbert for a strike.
So far, 5 strikeouts for Leach, 2 for Grabowski. Got both of his last inning.
As that one misses. 2-1 the count.
I was expecting a little more sun today, Nick. It's awful cloudy and overcast.
It was sunny when I left the house, I feel like. As Grabowski gets this one fouled off by Pankowski.
Got enough room in your backyard to play this game? We should have stayed there.
Yeah, right. I do not, unfortunately.
Okay. Wiffle ball?
Yes, definitely. We definitely have a nice wiffle ball game. The breaking ball from Grabowski in the dirt. And that'll take us to, I think, a rare full count for us here today.
Yeah.
3-2 to James Pankowski. Nobody down here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, it's only the second full count in the ballgame.
And got him swinging a big strikeout to start the inning for Grabowski and William Penn as Pankowski goes down on strikes. That's now 3 straight strikeouts for Grabowski as he sent down the 7, 8, 9 hitters and down top of the order coming up here for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Porter, the right fielder, you remember he hit that ball deep into left center field, and the left fielder, center fielder converge. There's a pop-up.
And another first pitch swing. This one might be trouble, and it's going to be run down and tracked down by Sean Roy, the second baseman, for the second out of the inning. And Charlie Porter has now swung on 2 pitches here today. And as a leadoff man, I'm always a fan of swinging away. And makes contact there, but able to get tracked down by Roy.
Great job by Roy. He came over. The first baseman was going back, trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch, and he overran it because the wind pulled it back in, but Roy was right there to make the grab.
Breaking ball to start the at-bat here to Dylan Del Colo. He's the one that reached on the error back in the first inning, was able to get into scoring position, unable to come around. And he'll go down and poke this one in the air, and going to be tracked down this time by Widener as the Colonials get a quick inning as we'll head to the bottom of the third. DMA and William Penn 0-0 here. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through.
And we are back here, William Penn, bottom of the third inning. It'll be P.J. Wilson, the right fielder, to lead off. 8-9-1 coming up here for Penn in the bottom of the third inning, and a still scoreless ball game between William Penn and DMA. Just one hit so far in the game, and that belongs to the Colonials. Leach with the breaking ball that's in there yet again. He has been fantastic to start this game, and here he is again up in the count 0-2 to P.J. Wilson.
That was filthy. Well, how about this? You got your number 8 hitter batting .333, and on deck the number 9 hitter batting .571.
That one just missing, and that shows you this Colonial lineup very dangerous, and of course a year removed from Krygo, who was phenomenal here for a few years at William Penn. As once again that breaking ball this time bounces in front of the plate into Mezzatesta. So from 0-2 to 2-2, we're evened up here to start the bottom of the third.
And I believe Grigo, is that his sister Haley that played for
Yeah, I believe
Caravel?
so, yeah.
Okay.
Those are two heck of some ball players there. As Leach with another strikeout, this time again gets Wilson looking for the backwards K. So it was 3 straight strikeouts for Grabowski and now 3 straight for Leach, who now has 6 strikeouts in the first 8 batters that he's faced.
Brings up Noah Courier, number 9 hitter, batting .571.
First pitch to him is hit on the ground to Diaz Martinez. He comes up, fields it cleanly, the throw in time. And 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third for DMA.
And back to the top of the order we go, Nick, with Hassan Turner, the center fielder. Played some really good defense in this ball game today. Struck out, swinging his first time up.
And he gave some, visuals to his teammates after each pitch, kind of telling them to settle down back in that first inning. Maybe even telling himself to settle down at some of these. And we'll see what he can do now with his second plate appearance. A rare strikeout for him there the first time up, as you mentioned. So the first pitch misses.
Yep, got ahead in the count.
The 1-0. So 2-0 now the count here to Hassan Turner, who again, as Glenn mentioned, out in center field, has been very active defensively today on a tough day to be a center fielder.
Got that right.
The 2-0 pitch is low, and now the first 3-0 count of the day for William Penn. Leach has been doing a great job of working ahead in the count, but here he is down now 3-0 to Turner.
And Turner saw 3 straight strikes in his first at bat. Now
right.
3 straight balls at bat number 2.
We'll see if what they got him doing here. He'll take that pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and Turner is going to be on. So 1 out base runner for William Penn here.
Only the second base runner for the Colonials in the game. That brings up Roy, the second baseman, and he struck out looking the first time up.
Roy also having a nice day defensively for William Penn, and now here he is with a runner on and 1 away. The first pitch to him, he squares around, unable to make contact, and that's into the glove of Mezzatesta for strike 1.
Nick, take a real good look at Leach here. He has a great move to first base, and he gives that little bit of hesitation with the leg kick, and you really can't tell. Is he going to the plate or is he coming over here?
And there he goes. Yep, that's a good move, and especially helpful when you're a lefty like Leach. He can really get that out quickly over to first base. Opens up right to it.
Really impressed with him and Grabowski today. 2 really good pitchers in this ballgame.
That's a very good point. Both of them have been very good so far. That pitch from Leach is in there. So after a 4-pitch walk, he responds with 2 straight strikes here to Sean Roy, and he's ahead 0-2.
A lot of zeros up on that scoreboard here today.
And once again, Leach firing over. They know of the capable speed of Hassan Turner. And, of course, the new sliding glove everybody's wearing nowadays here.
Yeah.
Got to protect those fingers.
Looks like the mitten you use in the kitchen.
That is true. That's exactly almost like an oven mitt for sure.
Yeah.
Whenever I go, that's right, when we go out and play wiffle ball or pick up baseball, I know what to bring with me now. I'm like, oh, where's the oven mitts?
Yeah.
I need to slide.
Yeah. Is it out there on the grill? Here, let me have that.
0-2 the count here to Roy. The breaking ball, he's out in front of it, and a filthy curveball yet again off the hands of Tyler Leach, and that'll end things here in the bottom of the third inning. To the fourth we go. We're still scoreless between number 7 William Penn, number 1 DMA. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know.
And here we are into the fourth inning at William Penn High School. Sun starting to poke out maybe as Grabowski delivers a strike to Sammy Diaz-Martinez. 3-4-5 here for the Seahawks in the fourth inning. Diaz-Martinez grounded out his first time up. And Grabowski and Tyler Leach, Glenn, have been absolutely stellar so far on the mound today.
They sure have. Leach has 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. Grabowski has 3, and he almost got Martinez to go on that one.
Yeah, that was a close one. 2-1 now to count to Sammy Diaz-Martinez, a sophomore last year on the championship team. Phenomenal at shortstop as he fouls this one up and behind the William Penn dugout.
2-2 count on him. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Good play by Justin Widener to get him by a stride.
And Glenn, as we talked about during the break, DMA has more base runners, but still looking for that first hit of the ball game here against Grabowski.
Certainly are. And they have had the only base runner get to third base in this game.
The 2-2 breaking ball got him swinging, and these two guys have been electric. Another strikeout here for Grabowski.
That's 4 for him, and that brings up the pitcher, Leach. And he flied out to center field his last time up. That was a deep shot to straightaway center.
Great contact from Leach last time up. Grabowski's now struck out 4 of the last 6 batters that he's faced, and the first pitch to Leach is a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Now, the other thing so far today, Nick, I think both pitchers have a low pitch count. They're doing a good job keeping that under control.
And we obviously haven't catch the pitch count, but you're absolutely right, Glenn. As that one, I believe, missing quickly 2-0.
I know the pitch count during the regular season, if you go 81 to 105, you need 3 days rest, as that one missed high.
And I think, Glenn,
but
you're
the first 6 games, there is a stipulation that you can only go 85 pitches max in a game in the first 6 games, and that qualifies both here today. They haven't played 6 yet.
Man, talking as that one is in there for a strike, 3-1. The count here to Tyler Leach. And talking to Jason earlier this week when we did a game early, he said they raised the pitch as Leach check swing didn't go around, and now a base runner here for DMA with 1 away in the 4th inning. It'll be Tyler Leach.
That's the first walk allowed by Grabowski, and last inning the first walk was allowed by Leach.
But Jason was saying that there was a rule change this year that they bumped it from 85 to 105.
Okay, but during
and
the
again,
first 6
and yeah,
games?
and I'm not sure about that part. I just remember Jason telling that information. That was news to me. I was unaware.
Yeah, you can do 105 max when the season gets underway, but apparently in Delaware the first 6 games, and neither one of these teams have played 6 yet.
not living in this area.
No.
So Leach is aboard, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Sawyer Mezzatesta. He reached on an error as well, one of the 2 base runners for DMA that reached due to an error.
And I think that was the throwing error.
That one misses low. 1-1 to Mezzatesta, 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning, and a runner on first. We have a pinch runner again for Leach. It's John Lednum, the junior.
Yep. And now I think the batter called time and stepped out.
So 1-1 the count here to Mezzatesta. 1 out and a runner on for DMA. Still a scoreless ball game here in the 4th inning. Curveball falls right in.
Both of these pitchers really mixing up their pitch arsenal very well here this afternoon.
Firing back over. Grabowski has a nice pickoff move as well as a righty over there here coming to first base. We talked about how Leach has a good move as well. And this one fouled off. Could have house written all over it as it hits the fence here. Looking behind me, Glenn, wow, playing some home games here. That's the danger zone over there. I would not want to live in that neighborhood here.
That's like living on a golf course.
This one going to be dribbled, foul down the first base side. So 1-2, still the count to Mezzatesta. Yeah, I got to say, I'm sure maybe it's in the insurance or something there, but there's no way they haven't taken some damage.
Yeah, all you have to do is look over and see some discolored siding.
Yeah, right, that's exactly. Trying to get him to chase that one down in the dirt. Good eye by Mezzatesta.
I see why some of these people behind us plant big trees in the backyard trying to
Yeah,
protect
look,
the house.
that big one right there is the last line of defense, as that one is ripped into center field by Mezzatesta, and that is going to be the first hit of the game for DMA. They're going to hold Lednum at second. So now 2 base runners here for the Seahawks with 1 away in the top of the 4th inning.
I think the base runner that time, Lednum, had to hold up and hesitate just a little because it looked like Turner might come in and try to dive on
maybe
that
make a catch.
And that's why he didn't get over to third base.
Mezzatesta calling for a pinch runner. I believe that'll be, I think it was Elliott who went out there the first time for him back in the 1st inning. Or, excuse me, Emmett Robinson. Is it Emmett Robinson once again for Mezzatesta? It is. So Robinson now at first. We talked about Lednum at second. So 2 pinch runners on the base path here for DMA with 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. And, of course, Lednum in scoring position. And now here's the dangerous Jack Alloy. He flew out his last time up. Breaking ball to him is fouled high in the air and foul.
Yeah, he actually hit that sinking line drive out into right center field that Turner came on and caught in stride. Dangerous hitter. You're right, though, Nick. Batting .444. He leads the team in batting average.
And a chance for him to potentially give the Seahawks the first run of the game and the lead here in the 4th inning. The pitch. Nice frame job by Gilbert, but unable to get the call as that pitch was in there low, 1-1.
We'll have to see how disciplined Grabowski is now with 2 runners on and just 1 out. Now, how much are the runners going to bother him?
What a pitch there from Grabowski. Has really got Alloy swinging out of his comfort zone that time, 1-2.
It didn't bother him on that pitch, did it?
So 1-2 the count here. Big pitch and at bat for Grabowski with 1 away and 2 runners on. It's fouled straight up in the air. Gilbert might have a chance at this one. It might stay in the yard, and he's got it for the out.
Well, that's a great job by him, fighting that wind and making the catch.
That's a tough catch there behind the plate. But Gilbert able to make it for the second out, and a big one here with DMA with 2 runners on and one of those guys being in scoring position.
Brings up the left fielder, McDonald, who struck out looking back in the 2nd inning.
First pitch to him was close but misses.
Yeah, it looked like an off-speed pitch. Must have just missed inside. As now we're getting those 40-mile-an-hour gusts.
Here they come, and Grabowski going to step off the mound here and maybe wait for the breeze to die down a tad.
Nick, I don't know whether he stepped off or was blown off.
That's a good point, and he fires anyway. This one low, good stop by Gilbert behind the plate, 2-0.
Big spot in the game here. This is best opportunity that DMA has had. They did get a run to third base earlier, but that was with 2 outs.
The 2-0 pitch. It's a good off-speed pitch. Out in front of it that time was McDonald for a strike.
Impressive off-speed pitches from Grabowski and Leach.
And
they're putting on a clinic.
Right? And they're mixing them up well. And the 2-1 is in the dirt. So 3-1 now the count. Here to Ethan McDonald. Nate Golden awaiting on deck.
Yeah, big pitch coming up here. This is usually green light pitch for the batter, but we'll see.
And here it is. It was, and that was in there for a strike. He thought about it, didn't swing. And now another full count, 3-2. Here to Ethan McDonald with 2 runners on and 2 outs.
Money pitch here.
The payoff. And must have just missed outside, and that'll load the bases with the walk now for Nate Golden. And I believe the first or second walk issued for Grabowski today.
Yeah, both in this inning, Nick. And for the second time in the game, a runner at third base for DMA.
So they're loaded up here for Nate Golden. The first pitch to him from Grabowski is that breaking ball that's in there for a strike 1.
Golden struck out back in the 2nd inning.
Good job by Grabowski leading off the at-bat there with the breaking ball. And this one going to be hit over to first base. Baker has it, and no damage done again as Grabowski and William Penn able to get out of a jam. 2 walks in the inning, but won't come back to bite the Colonials. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 4 right here on Delaware Live Sports.
to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. 0-0 between two teams in the top 7. Number 1 DMA, number 7 William Penn. As we get to the bottom of the 4th inning of a 0-0 ball game, DMA stranding 3 in the top half. And now here's the pitcher Grabowski, who was able to get out of a jam, and he'll lead things off for the Colonials here.
He has the only hit for William Penn back in the 1st inning at a ground ball through the left side.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and leaving it up 1-1 to Grabowski. Tyler Leach back on the hill. The lefty for the Seahawks has been very good today.
He's not allowed too many base runners, that's for sure.
That one in the dirt. 2-1.
A walk and a single, the single by Grabowski and then the walk by Turner last inning. That's it, the 2 base runners for William Penn.
Swings through that pitch from Leach, and that'll even us right back up at 2-2.
Seven strikeouts recorded by Leach so far, 4 by Grabowski.
And the 2-2 pitch got him swinging, and another strikeout, number 8 for Tyler Leach. And again, we talked about losing Tyler August, but Leach stepping into one of those leading roles, and he has, again, been fantastic, going to be one of the best pitchers in the state potentially this season. So that's going to bring up Michael Baker, the first baseman, made the play with the bases loaded to end things in the top half of the 4th, so the lefty will step in here with 1 away.
Oh, it's so important to have a good pitcher, but how about a good left-handed pitcher?
Yeah.
Like you say, they have a great look at first for that pickoff move. It's so important for any team to have an effective southpaw in their rotation.
Baker struck out his last time up. 1 out, 1 strike, 1 ball. Here's the pitch. It's that curveball. Thought about it, almost bit, but able to hold off. A good eye by Baker.
Yeah, showing good patience there. Caught the rotation, the spin on that ball just before it got to home plate.
2-1 the count to Baker. And here's the pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike.
Widener's on deck. He grounded out to second base his last time up.
And the 2-2. Fastball just misses from Leach, and another full count, 3-2. This time to Michael Baker.
Yeah, this will be the 10th pitch of the inning for Leach, who's been very efficient with his pitch count.
And good contact right to Sammy Diaz-Martinez, who just has to leap off his feet and make the catch for the out.
Good contact that time by Baker, but you hit it right to the shortstop. Couldn't find the gaps. There's the shortstop, Widener. As we said, he grounded out to second, his only plate appearance.
First pitch to him.
Over our heads, thank goodness.
0-1.
Over to the fans.
No line drives this way.
No.
That's all we don't need that. Here comes that wind, that gust as Nick Holliday buckles down up there. Hold it.
We should have had a bungee cord for him.
This one hit hard. That's going to get down and into left center. This might be extra bases. Widener going to make the turnaround first. He's heading to second, and he's in there easily for a 2-out double. And now William Penn maybe trying to make some noise here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, the last 2 batters with really good contact. Baker with the hot line drive to short, and that time the gapper by Widener. First extra base hit of the game, Nick.
Second hit of the day for William Penn. And now a 2-out base runner in scoring position for the Colonials. That's going to bring up the catcher, Christian Figueroa Colon. So William Penn looking to strike first on the top team in this state here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch from Leach. Out in front, swinging through it for strike one, did Colon.
Actually, this should be Gilbert, the catcher.
Oh, excuse me, Colby Gilbert.
Yep. I had to look down here and say, wait, do I have that wrong down here?
And that one is low. So
Yep.
Gilbert struck out his first time up.
Right, and Figueroa Colon is on deck, the DH, should he get the opportunity.
DMA has stranded about 7 or 8 guys on base today. William Penn just 2. Is that pitch up and in for a ball? 2-1. So Widener takes his lead off second. Here's the pitch to Gilbert in the dirt.
All of a sudden this inning, Leach has gone a little deep in the counts. He went 2-2 on Grabowski, went full with Baker, and now here's a 3-1 count.
And William Penn showing a little more patience, as you talked about, at the plate here. And now Mezzatesta and Nate Golden going to come in and have a word with Leach here as we have a quick pause in the action. A 3-1 count with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position at second for William Penn for the catcher, Colby Gilbert. Again, it's been a scoreless ball game today, 0-0. 2 hits for William Penn on 2 errors, and DMA with just 1 hit in the ball game.
As we mentioned, DMA right back in action tomorrow afternoon at Canby as they take on St. E's.
Canby Field. 3-1 the count, and now here's the 3-1 pitch. It's going to be hit high in the air, going to stay in the infield. Somebody's going to have to call it, and they do. And the play is made by Kellen Roberts for the big final out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So William Penn strands 1, but DMA gets out of a little bit of a jam there with a guy in scoring position. We're heading to the 5th. We're still scoreless here on Delaware Live.
Here we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
And we'll stay alive again, 2-2.
Yep, got a piece of that one.
So 2-2 to Pankowski here.
Yeah, I
with
think
nobody down here in the top of the 5th inning.
talking about the rain, I think we had 1 week. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. It rained the first 3-4 days of the week.
It was crazy. Is this one going to be a spinner down the foul first base side?
Yeah, that had a lot of rotation on it. That was knuckling down here to first base.
When we were supposed to have Thursday night, Sally's Archmere was postponed to Friday night. Now postponed here to Saturday night.
Okay.
It's an interesting one there. And finally, Grabowski able to finish off James Pankowski. A long at bat that ends with a strikeout.
His 5th of the game, and boy, he just reared back and put a little something extra on that one. Now we go to the top of the order. Porter, the right fielder, he's 0 for 2. Flied out to center and popped up to second base.
And the first pitch to him is low for ball 1. Been a pitcher's duel so far here this Saturday early afternoon.
Sure has.
Another good pitch from Grabowski.
Grabowski has 5 strikeouts. He's allowed just 1 hit. Leach has 8 strikeouts, and he's allowed just 2 hits. I think
These
that one
guys
missed.
have been good. I think that one did miss. 2-1.
Yep.
Nice turnout for the fans as well on a windy Saturday, especially that one inside. If you know we're coming, you're able to stay home sometimes and maybe catch it on the TV and don't have to get out in the elements. But still, these fans not going to miss this good matchup between two teams in the top 7. 3-1 the count here to Charlie Porter. Going to lift this one high in the air to right field. Wilson coming on, and he'll make the catch.
Out number 2, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Del Calo, who reached on an error back in the first inning and then popped up to the shortstop.
Del Colo, a member of the DMA wrestling team, back-to-back state championships for those wrestlers, and Dylan, a prominent member of that team as well. Gotta love the guys that play multiple sports. The first pitcher, Grabowski, is in there for strike 1. Coach L.A. Collier done a heck of a job. I mean, DMA sports-wise here in the last 5 years has been spectacular. Aaron Lewis coming in for the baseball program, 2 out of the last 3 championships. L.A. Collier, 2 straight wrestling championships. As Del Colo right back into right field, and this one's going to get down. Wilson, a little bit of a late jump on it, couldn't get there, and a base knock for Del Colo and a 2-out base runner for Delaware Military Academy.
Second time he's reached base in the ball game, first hit of the game for him, and just the second hit against Grabowski for DMA, and that brings up the shortstop, Diaz-Martinez, who's 0 for 2.
So the dangerous Sammy Diaz-Martinez up now here in the 3 spot. As Glenn mentioned, 2 away and a runner on. First pitch to him from Grabowski is in there for a strike. A great response pitch after giving up the hit to Del Colo.
Diaz-Martinez, one of the leaders on the team for DMA, hitting .417 coming into the game today.
Phenomenal shortstop as well, but takes back-to-back strikes. So quickly down 0-2 with Sammy Diaz-Martinez with 2 outs and the go-ahead runner at first. The pitch, breaking ball low and in the dirt.
Good stop by the catcher, Colby Gilbert there.
Both guys have been great behind the plate today.
Oh, yeah. Good defense, yeah.
And the pitchers have helped him out. They've been really good as well. And the 1-2. Diaz got a hold of this one, going to send it. That's going to get down into right field. Del Colo going to round second. He's on his way to third. To throw from P.J. Wilson is going to be cut off at short.
2 consecutive hits off Grabowski now. That's 3 hits he's allowed in the ball game. And once again, DMA with a base runner at third.
And now a chance for Tyler Leach to help himself out here with runners on the corners and 2 out. That go-ahead run being Del Colo at third base.
Leach flied out to center, and he walked last inning and got around to third base, but was stranded there.
The first pitch to Leach is a good one once again. Grabowski able to start off this at bat ahead 0-1.
He's done a good job getting ahead of the batters. He got ahead of Diaz-Martinez, but had a nice line drive to put runners at the corners here for the Hawks.
Gilbert making a call out to the infield, maybe trying to see whether or not Sammy Diaz-Martinez is going to take off from first. And we'll see. Leach shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch to him misses.
A little off-speed pitch there, just missed.
Leach going to call time. He'll step out. 1-1 the count here to Tyler Leach, who's batting in the cleanup spot. As Glenn mentioned, Leach 0 for 1 today with a walk. And runners on the corners for him here and a chance to give his team the lead. The 1-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike fastball from Grabowski.
DMA threatened last inning. Remember, they stranded the bases loaded.
That's
now
right.
2 runners this inning.
They've left 7 on base. And that one outside to Leach, now leaving it up 2-2. Two to Tyler Leach. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Leach gonna lift it high in the air to left field. Paoli is back on it near the fence, and he'll make the catch. And DMA strands 2 more as Grabowski once again able to work out of a jam. And we're going to take a scoreless ball game to the bottom of inning number 5 as William Penn and DMA in a battle. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live Sports. To the bottom of the 5th we go here at Mel Gardner Field, the site of William Penn High School for the Colonials, ranked number 7, taking on the defending state champs, number 1 ranked DMA. Nick Alessandrini alongside Glenn Frazier. Nick Halliday back up holding that camera down tight here with the wind on a Saturday afternoon. Glenn, it's been a fun one so far. A pitcher's duel, 0-0.
Yeah.
It's going to be 7-8-9 here for William Penn as Figueroa going to lift this one right into the glove of the first baseman, Kellen Roberts, for a quick out.
Yeah, he got jammed on that pitch. And wasn't able to get much on that. 1 pitch, 1 out. Quickly here for Leach, and that brings up P.J. Wilson.
Wilson struck out looking, I believe, his last time up.
You are correct, sir.
And he'll swing through the first pitch for strike 1 to start this at-bat.
Yeah, we talked about it, the game just moving, flying along here. But DMA knocking on the door. They've left 5 base runners on in the last 2 innings.
Yes, they have. As poking this one foul, reaching out. That time was Wilson. And now quickly 0-2 to PJ.
Bottom of the order, Courier on deck.
And again, just 3 hits for DMA, 2 for William Penn. 5 hits total in the ball game. Breaking ball is in there. Got him looking. Another backwards K for Tyler Leach, who is racking up the strikeouts today.
And that's his first strikeout since back in the 3rd inning.
And I think he had, what was it through the first 3 innings? I think he had 6 of the first 8 hitters that he set down on strikes.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of break time there, and he's back to it.
7 Ks in the first 3 innings for Leach.
So here's Courier. And you talked about, Glenn did earlier, the batting average of the 7 or the lower hitters here for William Penn, not trailing off too much for the top of the order.
No. 571 average coming in for Courier. He almost got hit, did a nice little dance at the dish.
The 1-1 to Courier. 2 away already quickly here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leach and Grabowski have been great on the hills for their teams today. And there's that curveball somehow missing.
Sweeping curveball. And I think Leach wanted to know where it was, and the home plate umpire said, yep, that's where it was. Ball.
He responds with a fastball right down the pipe for a strike, and we're even up at 2-2.
Looking to get a 1-2-3 inning here is Leach. He had one back in the second.
And now the 2-2. Leach shakes off a pitch, and now fires. Trying to get him to chase the high fastball. Staying alive is Courier.
So once again, we'll give you the high school rules for pitch count. If you throw under 25 pitches, you can pitch the next day. You don't need any rest. That's in a ball. If you throw under 50, 26 to 50 pitches, you need 1 day rest. 51 to 80, 2 days. 81 to 105, 3 days. And the maximum allowed in a 7-day period is 205 pitches.
As Courier able to work his way back and draw the walk. So a 2-out base runner for the Colonials here, and now here comes the top of the order.
Only the second walk issued by Leach.
So here's Hassan Turner. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He also did walk as well today.
Yeah, that's the only other walk Leach has allowed.
We'll see if Turner can do some damage here as the leadoff man for the Colonials. First pitch from Leach misses outside.
Turner came in here today with a .500 batting average. As Nick mentioned, 0 for 1 this afternoon. William Penn trying to get something going here. Seems like every inning they've got a runner on, but it's been with 2 outs.
Leach quickly on the pickoff move, diving back safely is Courier. Glenn, you mentioned the fact William Penn doesn't take off a lot.
Mm-hmm. There are only 5 stolen bases coming into the game today in 4 ball games.
Leach will check and fire the 1-0 pitch. No, back once again. Going to see Courier dive back safely.
That's such a great move. He caught him leaning just a tad that time.
1-0. Turner going to send this one for a ride. This one's back deep left field, and that's off the wall. Courier, he's going to round third. He's heading home. Turner with an RBI stand-up double, and he breaks the tie here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Boy, he got into that one, Nick. I mean, he roped it. And I tell you, it's impressive to hit the ball that far under these blustery conditions.
And Hassan Turner, a 2-out RBI double, gives the Colonials a 1-0 lead over top-ranked DMA. It was 2 outs and the walk to Courier, a 2-out walk to Courier, and then a 2-out double to Turner. So a little bit of a 2-out rally here for the Colonials, and they take a 1-0 lead.
It brings up the second baseman, Sean Roy. 0 for 2 today. He struck out both times. Came in leading the team batting average-wise with a .538 clip.
And they'll see as the breaking ball misses low. Maybe William Penn looking to add another. Turner with that speed is sitting right there in scoring position. Still 2 outs. Can they keep the 2-out rally going?
One thing I liked was the infield defensively all came into the mound after that shot and the run scored. Trying to pick up their pitcher.
And again, that's the team. They've been through it all. 2 championships in the last 3 years. A couple of runs not going to frighten this DMA team. Still 1-0, a 1-1 count now. Here to Sean Roy with 2 away. Mikey Baker was up warming up in the bullpen for William Penn. So we'll see if we see Grabowski come out here in the 6th.
Okay.
Especially now that they were able to play to run across.
Right. And as we mentioned, we're keeping as best stats as we can.
Yes.
But it's hard to do the pitch count.
Yeah, that's something that we don't have officially there. That was a good breaking ball though, missing.
They have to allow for foul balls and.
Correct.
Anyhow, Grabowski could be getting up there.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch here to Roy, up high. So 3-1 now with Turner at second and 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the Colonials looking for a little more insurance, trying to keep this inning going.
Nick, this is the 4th 3-ball count in the last 2 innings for Leach.
Who was very efficient through the first couple innings. Again, struck out 6 of the first 8 batters. This one's chopped foul down the first baseline.
Brings the count to full against Sean Roy.
Again, it was a clutch at bat there for Hassan Turner, the double off the wall that gives William Penn the lead.
And it looked like it just got over McDonald's head.
He was there almost at the wall to make the catch. Yeah, just a little bit too high for him there. Had a chance to almost get out. Now the pitch, 3-2. It's hit hard on the ground to second base, fielded cleanly over there by Del Colo. And that'll do it for the final out here in the 5th inning, but not before some damage done. We have our first run of the ball game, courtesy of Hassan Turner, a walk to Noah Courier. Turner answers with a RBI double with 2 outs there in the 5th, and William Penn with a 1-0 lead over DMA. We're heading to the 6th. We'll be right back.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412.
Top of the 6th inning as we have our first run on the board, courtesy of William Penn. They lead 1-0. They put one on the bottom of the 5th, courtesy of Hassan Turner. Nick Alcedrini, Glenn Frazier, and Nick Halliday. First pitch is fouled down the third baseline as we are here down the first base side of William Penn High School, Glenn, and we finally saw our first run of the game. A 2-out rally for William Penn there in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one got a piece of him, so Grabowski, who we're about to touch on, going to put the leadoff man on with a bean.
Well, so far in the game, DMA has they've stranded 7 runners in the ball game, 5 in the last 2 innings. But here we go with a leadoff man as they try to answer the run scored at the bottom half of the inning by the home team Colonials. And once again, the pinch runner is Emmett Robinson.
Now we talked about Grabowski, and that pitch is in there for a strike to start off this at bat. But Grabowski coming in is at 93 pitches.
Okay, so he's at 94 now.
94. He'll have 12 more to deal, or excuse me, 11 more to go, as that one misses, and 1-1 the count.
So the hope is he can get through the 6th inning for head coach Kyle Hitchens, and then just have to bring in a reliever for the 7th if they can hold on to this 1-run lead.
Here's Aloy with a runner on, nobody out, breaking ball. Missing outside.
Our cameraman and Nick Halliday went and got the pitch counts for us.
Does it all.
So Leach is sitting where, in the 80s?
83.
Okay.
So he's got a little more wiggle room. That pitch out of the glove of Baker, who thought he had it.
Didn't go far enough away for Robinson to swipe Steck.
But, playing first base, knowing some people that play first base, when you look in on that glove, Baker looked a little bit like started to panic. Where is it? Where is it? You want to find it, but luckily right for him, right next to him. Of course, he was in the bullpen. We'll see if we see him to close things out. Aloy takes that one low to the dismay of Colby Gilbert.
So you said he had 91 pitches coming in. He's now up to 97. So he can go 105 is what we were told.
This one a slow chopper to the third base side, and a good job by Courier to let that one go foul. Would have been a tough play.
Yeah. So then the rule in Delaware high school baseball is I thought it was the teams playing had to have 6 games in for that 85 pitch count max, but it's not. And so it's because the downstate teams have played 8 games already.
Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah, so
so
off
these
the books.
guys can go. 3-2 pitch, got him looking, a huge strikeout for Grabowski, And now one away here in the top of the sixth, able to work his way back in the count and get him looking for the big K.
Now, Loy was really upset with that. So he goes down. He's now 0 for 3 in the game. Brings up McDonald, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
And you talked about Emmett Robinson being that pinch runner, has speed at first. He's been on the base path 3 times today. That pitch is a strike. They're going to challenge.
That is a great job by Baker to stop that. That was a tough throw coming down.
That's tough in a 1-0 ball game to fire that one down from Gilbert. Baker making a nice play, just getting a glove on it, preventing that one from getting into right field. Could have put him right into scoring position.
And look where the right fielder's playing, Nick. He's so far back.
Oh, that might have been 2 bases.
I'm with you there.
Oof. As that one
missed, yeah.
Misses. So I believe 1-1 the count.
Should be. Yeah, that first pitch was a called strike.
McDonald squares around, and Goldberg once again, they might have got him, and diving in safely is Robinson. That was a good throw by Gilbert, and it was on time. Just maybe if it was a little more towards the back end of the base, as Robinson did a good job to touch to the back corner, just diving back safely.
Yeah, close play, but not to be for the Colonials.
So they have 0-2 on the scoreboard here.
Should be 1-2.
I believe 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and got him swinging for out number 2, and 2 big outs for Grabowski, who's approaching that 105 pitch count.
Yeah, great job here if he can get out of this jam. Yet another base runner today for DMA. Robinson, the pinch runner, on for their 10th runner of the game.
First pitch, Grabowski to Nate Golden is fouled off. So Grabowski starts the inning by hitting a batter and then responds with 2 straight strikeouts. So a runner on, 2 outs, and a 1-0 lead for William Penn here in the top of the 6th. And 0-1 here to Golden. And that one just misses. So 1-1 the count. Could be the final batter for Grabowski.
Yeah, so he's at 105 now, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
But he can finish the batter.
This one, that's going to be close. And that's a foul ball. That one was a close one down the first base line. It looked, I believe, foul.
Yeah.
But that was close.
Yeah.
And we have the confirmation that was a foul ball. And not from the umpire, from the county, who has the best look at it. He knows whether or not, and he says it was indeed foul.
This is a big batter right here for both teams.
Huge. Because
if Golden can get on, Grabowski's got to come out.
Yeah. That's a good point. And they want to do that with some runners on. I mean, they want to get Grabowski out of this inning. 1-2, the pitch here to Golden. It's fouled off, and we'll play another one.
Yeah, fouled back over top of the DMA dugout. Into the parking lot. You know, when I pulled up here today, I saw all these nice open parking spots close to the field, and I said, you're not going to fool me, William Penn.
And the breaking ball got him swinging. And a huge strikeout for Grabowski. And William Penn will take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th right here on Delaware Live Sports. We'll be right back.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports, live from Mel Gardner Field at William Penn High School. Number 7, William Penn, and number 1, DMA. Nick Alessandrini, Glenn Frazier, alongside Nick Halliday here, and it's been a fun one. A 1-0 lead for the Colonials over DMA as we begin at the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be the pitcher who's had himself a heck of a day, Grabowski, John Grabowski, who's going to lead things off here in the 3 spot. 3-4-5 coming up here for William Penn.
Pretty sure Baker's going to relieve him in the top of the 7th. 8 Ks for him.
We'll lift this one high in the air. The wind settling down. Tough play, though. We'll see. Coming on and making the catch out there is Pankowski.
Good job by Pankowski, and also a nice job by Sammy Diaz-Martinez. He raced out there in case that ball was going to drop, and then he looked around. Good communication with his defense. Saw the center fielder Pankowski right there to make the play.
So here comes Mikey Baker. The lefty will step in. That's who Glenn alluded to will be taking over most likely. Going to get a good part of this breaking ball. Leach stops it. The throw for 2 quick outs here. So Baker will head back in, grab his glove, and we most likely will see him try to close things out here in the next half inning.
And warming up for DMA behind us in the bullpen is Chase Snavely, the senior, who we're told is a commit to Delaware State University next year.
We'll see if we see him potentially down the line. First pitch now here to Justin Widener, swing and a miss for strike 1.
And Widener has a double today, so he's 1 for 2, grounded out also to second.
The 0-1 pitch to him. Fastball just misses.
So we had Leach coming in this inning with 80-some pitches.
83, yep, coming
83, okay, well, so far very efficient in this inning.
And that one's right in there. Yeah, I have a feeling the pitch count not going to be a problem for Leach, at least in this inning.
Only 6 pitches so far.
And now he's ahead 1-2. Here to Widener. Breaking ball, throwaway pitch makes it 2-2. So looking ahead here to the next half inning, I believe it'll be Pankowski to lead things off for DMA. So 9-1-2 coming up for the Seahawks with 3 outs to work with in the ball game. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off, and staying alive is Widener.
Yeah, how about Grabowski? He saved his best for his last inning as he struck out 3 consecutive batters after he hit the first batter of the inning.
And that's the thing, right? You come out, he hits a batter, and you're thinking, hey, William Penn put 1 on in the half inning before. You know, DMA could answer. They have a guy on, nobody out. 3 straight strikeouts for Grabowski. A heck of a response and a heck of a breaking ball from Tyler Leach out in front and swinging through for the strikeout. That time was Widener. Well, William Penn going to take that 1-0 lead here to the 7th inning. Michael Baker hoping will take the mound and try to close things out for William Penn. We'll be right back with the conclusion potentially of this one here on Delaware Live Sports.
Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
To the 7th inning we go. It'll be Michael Baker heading out to the hill here for William Penn to try to close this thing out. The Colonials holding a 1-0 lead here in the 7th over number 1 DMA. And Glenn, it'll be 9-1-2. It starts with Pankowski. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and now William Penn just 3 outs away from handing the top team in the state their first loss here this spring.
Yeah, boy, has advertised a gem of a top 10 matchup here today.
Absolutely.
I had a vision in the half inning. I thought I saw the Fanatic up on the dugout. It was a vision that quickly went away.
All that wind has got us losing our minds a little bit here. And that's the first pitch from Baker, is in there for a strike one to James Pankowski, the center fielder. So DMA down to their final 3 outs as Baker in relief of Grabowski, who had himself a heck of a game on the mound, and back-to-back strikes to start this at-bat for Baker.
Well, he's not wasting any time. And if he has, oh boy, 1, 2, 3.
3-pitch strikeout to start the 7th for Michael Baker and the Colonials, 1 away.
Top of the order now, Charlie Porter, who is 0 for 3. He's put the ball in play each time.
So William Penn now just 2 outs away. First pitch to Porter. So it's the top of the orders. Porter, Del Colo, 1-2 coming up with 1 away in the 7th. As Glenn mentioned, Porter 0 for 3 as that first pitch misses for ball 1. And a good response pitch that time from Baker. We're evened up at 1-1 here. Again, to the leadoff man here for DMA, trailing by a run. The 1-1 pitch from Baker is hit foul down the third baseline.
Yeah, he got out in front of that pitch. But he's in the hole now, 1-2, as Baker has come in, and he is really dealing.
And again, first time that these DMA hitters are seeing a different pitcher other than Grabowski today. And we'll see how long it takes him to adjust. The 1-2 is hit hard. It's a chopper to third base. Courier has it on a hop, and the throw on the money for out number 2. 2 away here in the 7th as DMA is down to their final out here this afternoon.
And it comes in the person of Dylan Del Calo, who's been on twice today. He singled his last at bat, also reached on an error, and he popped up to shortstop. So been on base 2 out of 3 games, or 2 out of 3 at bats.
A 1-0 lead for Penn. Baker 1 out away from closing the door. First pitch is in there.
Well, Mr. Baker, the closer. Did you lose something? Oh, okay.
And this one, it's going to be hit high in the air. This one's back. Paoli is back in left field at the wall, and he'll make the catch, and that'll do it. Had everybody holding their breath on this William Penn side of the field. But it's hauled in out and left by Paoli, and William Penn holds on to a 1-0 lead over DMA. They get the win and hand DMA their first loss of the season, Glenn. William Penn 1 run on 3 hits. DMA no runs on 3 hits, and they stranded a handful.
Oh, man, what a ball game. 2 excellent pitching performances by Leach and Grabowski, and then Baker in relief. And I don't know who you want to get, but I think Grabowski might be a good choice.
Yeah, we're going to get Grabowski over here shortly after Coach talks with him and the group. Again, Coach Hitchens doing a great job with William Penn, and they get a big victory here at home on a windy Saturday afternoon. And we knew what to expect, and we had 2 teams in the top 7 coming in. You alluded to it. We knew it was going to be a good one, but the pitchers, they took over. Leach and Grabowski, they put on a show, and it was a late double by Hassan Turner that gave William Penn the RBI in the win.
And, Nick, how key is it to not issue pass balls? That walk was huge because you had 2 outs, and Leach unfortunately couldn't get the batter who scored, and that was Courier. And he walked on a full count pitch, and that set things up for Hassan Turner, the leadoff batter, to be somewhat of a hero here today.
Yeah, and he again one of the leaders of this William Penn team, the leadoff man, and he comes up in a big spot. It was a 2-out rally, Glenn. You talked about the walk with 2 outs, and then he's able to get to second base, and then the RBI double for Hassan Turner. So a big job from William Penn, Grabowski, Turner, a great job up and down the board. The defense was really good. The wind made some of these fly balls tough plays. We had some collisions out there in the field, but they're able to make the plays. These are 2 teams that we're going to see down the road for sure.
Oh, for sure. And I'll tell you what, you said the William Penn fans behind us holding their collective breath on Del Calo's deep drive to left to end the game. That was almost as deep a shot as Turner's.
It was close.
Right?
In the air. I didn't know where that ball was going to end up. I thought we might have had a chance at extras or maybe a chance to see William Penn come to the plate again, but Paoli able to haul it in, hand on the fence out there in deep left field. Again, a thriller here between DMA and William Penn. We're going to talk with John Grabowski, the pitcher here for the Colonials today shortly, and he had a heck of a game going. I'm not sure how many strikeouts he finished with, Glenn, but not only did he have them, but he got them in big moments.
Yeah, he finished the game with 8 Ks, and he didn't get any in the first inning. He would get mostly one an inning until he got to his final inning, and that's when the key inning hit the first batter after the team had scored the run to go up 1-0. And so now you lead off batters on. He calmly strikes out the next 3. That was his best inning.
He looked good. Tyler Leach just on the opposing side here quickly for DMA. They come in defending championships, Glenn. 2 out of the last 3 have gone to Coach Aaron Lewis and those Seahawks, and a lot of those guys on this team were part of both of those championships, and Leach being one of them. And he was stellar, striking out 6 out of the first 8 batters, but again, just starting to get down the end of the game, and he finished with a heck of a lot of strikeouts.
He finished with 10, and he was really dealing early on. He struck out 7 in the first 3 innings, but he ends up with 10 for the game. Both pitchers very impressive the way they mixed their arsenal up, off speed and fastball. And we're just about ready to talk to the winning pitcher today, John Grabowski from William Penn, and we're going to ask him just that as he puts on the headset.
Hey, John, can you hear us? Can you hear us all right?
Yes.
All right, John Grabowski, winning pitcher here today for William Penn. A top 7 matchup between you and the defending state champs in DMA. You had things really rolling. Glenn, I believe he finished with 8 strikeouts.
Yeah.
8 strikeouts. You got things going. You went to the 6th inning. What was working for you out there in the hill today?
I was really trying to just shove the zone, throw strikes. I knew my team had my back eventually coming up with the hits. I was working outside with them, trying to get them to hit weak fly balls through the fastballs up. Really just trying to get them to swing the bat, hit the ball, not really going for many strikeouts and try to keep my pitches down.
What did the coach say, if anything, to you when you went out there in the 6th inning? Did you know that was probably going to be your last inning?
Yeah, I had asked what I was at in the 5th inning going out into the 6th. Knew I had 91 pitches at that point. So I was just trying to shove the zone, try to get out of that inning with as least amount of pitches as possible for my teammate Mikey Baker to come in the 7th inning and shove.
And that was your best inning, your final
yep,
inning. You
absolutely.
hit the first batter, you put the lead man on, but then you bear down, man, and you really mixed everything up.
Yeah, what was kind of going through your head, right? You were just coming off, you had the 1-0 lead, then you guys take the defense. Yeah, first hit batter there to lead off the inning, and then you respond with 3 straight Ks. What was kind of going through your head after that hit batter when you were back out on the mound?
I knew I wasn't too worried about that batter. You know, with him trying to call time, it really got into my head a little bit, and I knew it shouldn't have, but I really came back, just try to shove, throw strikes, get out of that inning, like I said, with at least 91 that I had so far. So just trying to go out there and shove, throw, get out of the inning. Knew we were up 1-0 at the point and just try to come out, get a couple runs maybe in the last inning, but other than that, let him come in.
Hey, guess what? I think I see Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh coming up behind you with a couple cups.
That's what you need after a performance like that. But you come out here. I mean, I know when we got here, the first thought we had was, whoa, this is going to be a windy game. You don't know what you're going to expect out of some of these fly balls and stuff, right? You had a couple big plays, Turner and Paoli colliding in left field, but he's still able to haul it in. Some tough fly balls in shallow right center field, even in the infield. What was it like defensively for those guys? Any word from the coaching staff on how to deal with some of this weather here today?
I knew in our pregame we had went through it, but I mean, with some of the winds, real hard to pick up balls moving in the air a lot, going like knuckleballs almost. But I knew I could get ground balls, get them to turn double plays, throwing them out at first and everything, and just getting strikeouts to try to get us out of the innings with that.
Hassan has the big hit for you to drive in the only run of the game, but we're sitting here and you got all these William Penn fans sitting here behind us holding their breath when Del Calo shot one out the left. What was the feeling out of you?
Right, last
I was actually, it carried a lot more than I thought it would, but with the wind blowing out, I'm just happy it stayed in so that we can make the final play of the game.
And last question for you before we let you get back with your teammates. We see a lot of energy, at least from you guys here, in between innings. A lot of electricity. We see Gilbert behind the plate, a lot of emotion out of you guys on some of these big outs. You love to see that, at least from fans and from our broadcasters' point of view. What is it about this team, and how deep can this team is, and how far do you think you guys can go this year?
We all of us, we know each other. We've been tight for a lot of years now. So it's like we feed off of each other's energy quite a bit. We try to, if somebody's down, pick them up. But we come out, I mean, when there's things that get rolling, it just keeps rolling through the whole team. Energy stays up the entire time.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. There he is, John Grabowski. A heck of a game on the mound today. William Penn 1-0 a shallow victory here, shutting out the Seahawks. A big win for the 7th-ranked team in the state. They're going to creep up those rankings a little bit come Monday.
Yeah.
Glenn, closing words. We'll put a bow on it.
Yeah,
here.
we were asking Nick Halliday, who does the poll for us. He does the rankings. Hey, how far are you going to move them up? Because you had them down at number 7. But, early in the year, it's tough to do rankings, and they're definitely going to climb. You're certainly right about that. I tell you what, Grabowski, a great interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh? The young man is well spoken.
And they're going to be a fun team to keep up with here down the season. A lot of energy. You love the kind of personalities they got on this team. And same thing goes for DMA. Such fans of that program here the last few years of Coach Aaron Lewis as well. But what a phenomenal game today. 1-0. William Penn takes down the defending state champs DMA in a battle of teams in the top 7. Glenn, it was a fun one.
Yeah.
We had a great time today.
The bungee cords and the duct tape held out,
That's
my man.
right. Go home, and now we can maybe get out of this wind a little bit. But for Glenn Frazier, Nick Halliday, and myself, and a fantastic crew here at William Penn, a 1-0 win for the Colonials over the Seahawks. We'll see you tonight at Frawley Stadium for game number 2.